Hi, water signs. My name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your July 2021 reading for all the water signs, for all the Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpios. So happy birthday, Cancer. This is your birthday month, end of June, part of July. Happy birthday to all the Cancers out there. If you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I do a video, which is every Saturday. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video. It'll help this channel get seen more on YouTube. So let's get into your reading, water signs. The first one is leg up and it's upside down. The next one is yang and it is upside down. The next one is new life. And the last one is the tribe. So what this is telling me is when you get a leg up, it's like when this card is upside down, it's like you can no longer do things on your own and by yourself. You used to. But whatever happened to you, your situation, it threw you, it turned your life upside down. You had to stop doing things on your own and by yourself, which is extremely hard for you water signs because you guys, you're survivors. You're people who think you need to do everything on your own, but you're there for everybody else and you help everybody else. But this is saying that like you cannot do things on your own and by yourself anymore. And the divine doesn't want that for you, but it's very ego deflating and it's very hard to accept. So the next one is yang, and this is the divine masculine, and it is upside down. So it is a card of action. So it's telling me right now that you wanted to take action, but you're not able to right now. And the next one is you are waking up to your new life. You are coming out of your shell. You are waking up to a time in your life where you are meant to rise and shine, water signs, and you're starting to believe and trust that. And the next one is the tribe. And this is like your tribe is out there for you, and they might not be related to you as far as they're not your family. These people are your soul tribe. And as a result of all of this, you have been led to your soul tribe. But this has not been an easy process for all of you water signs. And usually when this happens, like I would love to tell you, this is just like a smooth transition and you just like ease and glide into it, but no freaking way. It usually is something happens that flips your whole world upside down, because if it doesn't happen that way, you're not going to notice it and you're not going to be able to move forward. So I'm going to read the meanings of this because I just want to dive a little bit deeper with this. But usually you are like catapulted into like, holy shit. But you know, fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but it's going to be a great ride, and you have wonderful things coming your way. And I know it's hard to believe that when you're in it because you can't see the other side yet, but I'm telling you what is on the other side is magical and beautiful and wonderful, and it's you. So a leg up, when it's upside down, it says, are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come? Convinced that the burden of the world is doomed and to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded. They do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it'll make you feel vulnerable to admit you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good. You have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist you. You can't do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectation, you will be amazed how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. So you guys, anything you've never done before and you're new at, you need help with. And you know, that expression, beggars can't be choosers, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not a beggar. You are a vulnerable person who's never been in this situation before, and you can be choosy. You don't have to accept help from the first person who shows up. Yes, you're vulnerable, but yes, you get to decide. Just because people say they're going to help you, it doesn't mean they're the right person for you. And you need to trust that. So a lot of times when help arrives, it arrives in different forms, but you're allowed to say, I'm gonna wait for the right people. So you can wait for the right people, your tribe. They are showing up. Once you admit and acknowledge that you can't go it alone and you really, really believe that help is coming, you guys, it shows up faster than you think. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. So it says, be mindful of the tendency before impulsive action. Overconfidence, aggressive behavior, think before you act. Least you find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearances of this card isn't for fear, for life is all about learning lessons. Practice temperance, diplomacy, and thoughtful consideration before making a move. So remember, I was telling you guys just a minute ago about you don't have to accept the first thing that shows up for help. So a lot of times it might not be the first person, it might be the second person, it might be the third person, but I guarantee you can trust yourselves. When you're around people where you're like, I'm not really sure, should I do this or not? Usually my experience has been no. Because a lot of times when things are right for you, you can make a decision right away. You don't need to hem and haw. You're like, yep, this is right for me. I don't need anybody else to give me an opinion. I just know. When you have to go back and forth, is this right? Isn't this right? Is this right? Isn't this right? It's usually no. That's been my experience. If you have always, okay, I'm going to give you this because it's not just all about me, which, you know, I think everything's about me. If you always say no, then maybe you need to learn to start saying yes. If you always say yes, this is your time to learn how to start saying no. No to things that aren't right for you. When things are right for you, I'm going to tell you, usually when things are right for you, you feel lighter, freer, relieved, like you can breathe. When things aren't right for you, usually your body comes in. You feel heavier. You might get headaches. You might get stomach aches. You might have anxiety, depression. You might get a flare-up of fibromyalgia or an autoimmune disease. Usually, a lot of times when things aren't right for you, water signs, your body speaks to you first before it's able to come out of your mouth. Being able to speak it out is the last part of the process. And maybe you guys are great at saying what you want and what you need. And if you are, I say congratulations. This is not an easy place to be at. Once you get there, it's an easy place, but the getting there process is hard as shit. And that's what it's saying. You had to ask for help. You had to get help. So you're either coming out of an addiction, an accident, workaholism, codependency, a relationship. It could be multiple things. It could be a bad marriage. It could be a bad job. It could be the death of somebody. I hope not. If that was the case, I'm so sorry. But these are all, you were coming out of a situation and you're entering into something that you've never been in before. So I'm going to tell you, when you're in a situation that you've never been there before, you want to be around people who are so happy that you arrived and showed up. And they're not shaming you for what you don't know. They want to help you and see you get as much information, ask as many questions as you need to. Being able to ask for what you want and ask for what you need is really important. And people who act like you're a pain in the ass for that are usually people that they can't speak up for what they want or for what they need. And that's why it seems like you're being a pain in the ass to them. it's really you're triggering them because they're not able to ask for what they want and what they need. And it's easier to point the finger back at you and say you're being a pain instead of saying, I can ask for what I want and for what I need. And if you're able to do that, I say congratulations. It is not an easy position to be able to do. And maybe when you do it, you doubt and second guess yourself. That's part of the process too. But the more that you trust yourself, the easier that gets. So you guys are coming out of your shell, waking up to your new life. So I'm so proud of you, water signs. This is not an easy road to be on, but you are waking up. You're waking up to yourself. You're waking up to the divine within you. You're on a spiritual path and quest. And the more you get on it, that your tribe is going to show up. They're out there. They might not live physically close to you. If you can't find your soul tribe and you feel like they're not near you, it is your job to create it. It is your job to make the group, to find the people. You can do it on Facebook if you're having a hard time finding your people. But I'm telling you, your people are out there, and it says standing firm with a red flag, and it says, I am noble, brave, and strong. You guys, you are standing into the light. You are standing firm on your beliefs and in the light. And the more you do that, you're taking your power back. And honestly, congratulations, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, standing in your power, standing in your truth. A lot of times it feels so lonely at first, but you're doing it. And it says emerging into grace. And this girl, it says, I open my soul to grace, but she is sleeping. She is resting. She is exhausted. So you guys, whatever, you are emerging into grace, but a lot of times when you emerge into grace, your soul is tired because you've been working so hard on this. And maybe you were, it felt like you were going against the flow, but actually you guys are going with the flow. The rest of the world is going against the flow. And honestly, when you start emerging into grace and going with the flow, you look like you're doing it wrong, and you're not. The rest of the world is going backwards, and because you're not doing that anymore, you're the one that's starting to look crazy. You're the one that's starting to look like there's something wrong with you. I'm here to tell you, and the divine is here to tell you, there is nothing wrong with you. You are going into grace. You're standing in your light. You're standing in your truth, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. I promise you. And the more people, you need to be the light, because all the people who are going against the flow in the darkness are eventually going to be drawn to the light, and they're going to want to know what you did and how you did it. And it says you are igniting courage, and you are waving your white flag. It says, I am strong, valiant, and courageous. You guys are brave as shit. Whatever you have come out of and are coming out of and working on, keep going, keep doing it. You guys are giving so much courage out into the world, out into the universe, more than you know. It might not feel it right now, but this is the divine giving you confirmation that you guys are doing a great job. I know this isn't easy. I want to cry for you guys because I've been going through it too. I'm a water sign, I'm a Scorpio. So being brave, being bold, and being a badass. Like, you guys took a lot of shit and a bad rap for a really long time, but it's ending. So this says Loon, intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. You guys, you are intuitive. You can trust yourself. You can trust yourself. You guys have a deep knowing. You have a sense about people when you meet them. You can trust that. it says that maybe you have kept yourself so busy, but you need some solitude to come back to yourself to listen. So that is like, if you guys can't sit still, I'm going to encourage you to do guided meditations on YouTube, to try and get some downtime, to try and get some quiet time. You're prone to workaholism. You're prone to codependency, which is making sure everybody else is well first. This is saying, please come back and take care of yourself. Recognize that you are unique and you're loved. You guys, the loon is, you guys are the head of the pack. You are leading. You are leaders. And the next one says fox, clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. You guys, you are smart and swift. If you were taught that you weren't smart, I think we all thought that. I think we all thought we weren't smart. So some people who feel like they're not smart, they can't have enough education. They can't read enough. They can't find out enough information. I was brought up that I wasn't very smart because I had a hard time with reading and comprehension. What I found out about myself is I am smart as shit. I do better by listening and by audio. So I hear better. I hear and I watch, and that is how I learn. So I'm a water sign. So I'm telling you guys, you're smart and you can trust your instinct and you can trust yourself. And it says be open to romance. So you guys, a new relationship is coming in for you when you're ready to be open to it. Maybe what you just got out of, or you're getting out of something that made you second guess, or maybe think maybe love isn't available for you, but this is saying yes it is. And the next one is black jaguar, old soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have the power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. You guys, the confidence and the grace is coming. You have it. You haven't been able to trust it, but this is the divine telling me to tell you, trust it. Your power comes from the divine. It comes from spirit. It comes from all your deceased relatives and ancestors. So focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams, and you guys are creating your dreams. So water signs, the month of July looks so promising for all of you. So congratulations from what you're healing from, what you're emerging into, but you're emerging into your psychic powers and your intuitions, and you guys aren't going to miss it. So this is your sign signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.